from California, this is Sandy from Messy Papercrafts, and today I have a little bit of a different video for you, which I call Sandy's Quality Control. How well do these new scrapbooking items work? And this is because recently we received these new Creative Depot stamps and I never worked with them. So I thought, hey, let's test this together. And first of all, I'm creating a background here. So as you can see, I have 2 rolls of washi tape and I just put them down like that. I find this very relaxing and it's a quick and easy way to create a background. Maybe if you lost your mojo and you just need a starting point, then this is just one of my favorite methods. It's a very easy and quick background and I love it here because it says believe and dream and so on. And because the stamp set also has something with dreaming, I thought this fits really nicely together. So here you see now this stamp by Creative Depot and I have it in my Misty stamping tool and I'm using the VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And I stamped it down twice and as you can see I got a really good impression. And now I'm using embossing powder and it's clear. So this is just because I thought it would be fun to color this image in with Copic markers, but they are alcohol based markers and they would actually smear this ink. You could use Memento ink for that, so Memento ink is alcohol pen friendly. However, I just really love this VersaFine Clair ink. But yeah, I also can't really work with it together with alcohol markers. So this is just a quick trick to put the ink into place. And here you see now the embossed image. So it's still black ink and it just has this little bit of a sheen to it, which is the embossing. And the paper I'm using, that's from Lavinia. This is very, very heavy cardstock and I love it. It's very sturdy and really great for cards because it's just a great layer to add on. And I also sometimes use it for die cuts and so on. I just think this is a really nice mixed media paper. And yeah, you could already leave it like this and then the card would be finished. However, as I said, I thought it would be fun to just color it in. And these are now my various Copic markers. And to be completely honest, I am not the greatest colorer in the world. There are lots of people who are way better at that. But I just have fun, so I hope it encourages you as well to just give it a go and just to color in this full image, because it could be a little bit of a challenge if you think, oh no, I'm also not that good in coloring and now I have this really big night sky image there with a house and those 2 bunnies. But yeah, I just put some colors down. I usually just start with a lighter color so that there is already some color on the paper and then you kind of lose a little bit of the fear to ruin it somehow. So that's just how I do it. I just like to saturate every single bit a little bit with a lighter color and then I go over where I think there should be some shadows or some different colors. And yeah, I just had fun here. So I think these 2 bunnies I colored in warm earthy tones. So if you ever worked with Copics and you know what I'm talking about, so there are cool colors and warm colors. So I'm just using these warmish gray tones or earthy gray tones for the bunnies, and then I was using a colder gray tone, a little bit more neutral for the house, and then I just used different colors there as well for the roof of the house, trying to add here now the shadow a little bit so it looks a little bit more realistic. But to be honest, I am not really worried about it if it's not the most realistic picture here, because at the end it's a stamp and not a photograph. So I'm just adding my own color to it. Also, anything that I put down now, that's not really the end result. As you can see in a little bit, I put in more depth onto the sky with some inks, and then I also have this really cool new what is it called? It's called Contour White and Contour Gold by the Create Happiness line by Stamperia. I have it here on my table, so I just had to grab it to see what the name was. And that gave me some really fun gold marks on the moon and on the stars. adding in some kind of vignette now, and to also deepen the sky somehow. And the great thing with a stamp like this is that you can use it again and again, and every time you color it a little bit different, it's different. And even if you don't want to color it, even if you just leave it as is, and then you maybe add also some kind of background behind it, then again it could look different. Or you could maybe ink up a background and then just put it on to create some kind of abstract card. So I think the whole idea here is just to play with it and to come up with different versions. And as you've just seen here, I used now this gold, and now I used some glossy accent, so that again it has a little bit of this shine or sheen to it, and hopefully this way it also just looks a little bit more three-dimensional. So that's really all I'm going here for. As I said, I am not the perfect colorist or the best artist here in the world, but this way you just create a lot of dimension, and hopefully it will also just give you a little bit more courage that if I can do it, then everybody can do it. And here I now try to add a few more layers onto my card, because that's what I think looks best if you create more and more layers. So here you can see now that the original washi tape background has another white layer behind, and then I thought, because I used gold on the card, I also use now another gold background. I have a white frame behind the image itself, and I mean, it's up to you. Obviously you don't have to use so much paper here as I do, but I just love it when there is a lot of dimension and layering on the card. And here I thought it would make a fun birthday card with the keep dreaming, so I just stamped down happy birthday and then put my white base on, and then my image with washi tape. And then I also thought it would be cute to add a little bow there with a twine, and then I just used some foam tape to stick it down and trim here my edges of my little crooked bow. And then I just used some embellishments here, and yeah, that's already all there is to this card. And yeah, inside I forgotten, it's a dark card here, it's a blue cardstock, so I had to add some white paper there as well, so I could actually write a note on it. And here's a little bit of a close-up now, and yeah, I hope that this helped you. So I just say the stamping with this Creative Depot stamp was a full success. It was really easy, didn't need a lot of prep, and especially if you use the VersaFine ink, then I think you will have a stunning result every time. See you next time!